DOJ concludes Epstein files review with release of 3.5 million records. The U.S. Department of Justice says it has completed the release of the final tranche of records tied to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, marking the end of a years-long review process that has drawn intense public and political scrutiny. Speaking at a news conference on Friday, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche told reporters the release fulfills the department's legal obligations under the Epstein Files Transparency Act, although the disclosure comes more than a month after the congressionally mandated deadline. According to Blanche, the scope of the release is massive. The Justice Department is making public more than 3 million pages of documents, along with approximately 2,000 videos and 180,000 images. In total, DOJ officials reviewed more than 6 million individual records before determining what could be released. Blanche said the materials underwent multiple layers of review and quality control to ensure compliance with federal law, privacy protections, and court-ordered requirements. As part of those protections, Blanche confirmed that all women appearing in photos and videos were fully redacted. Men were not redacted unless doing so was necessary to protect the identity or privacy of women shown in the same images or footage. Blanche also emphasized that members of Congress will have the ability to request access to unredacted portions of the files for oversight purposes. Despite the scale of the release, Blanche declined to discuss specific details about the contents of the documents, videos, or images, saying only that the department followed the statute as written. One document made public Friday has already drawn attention. It indicates that Howard Lutnick, now President Trump's Commerce Secretary, had planned a trip to Epstein's private island in 2012. In response, a Commerce Department spokesperson dismissed the reporting, calling it a failing attempt by the legacy media to distract from the administration's accomplishments. The spokesperson said Lutnick's interactions with Epstein were limited, occurred in the presence of his wife, and that he has never been accused of any wrongdoing. Blanche also sought to address concerns about political interference, stating clearly that the White House had no oversight over the review or release of the files. When asked directly whether all records involving President Trump were included, Blanche said the department fully complied with the law. "We did not protect President Trump," Blanche said. "We did not protect or not protect anybody." Still, Blanche acknowledged that the release may not satisfy public demand for answers. "I think there's a hunger or thirst for information that I do not think will be satisfied by the review of these documents," he said. The White House declined to comment on the release. Blanche added that many of the videos and images included in the files consist of commercial pornography seized from Epstein's devices. He said those materials were not created by Epstein or anyone in his immediate circle. Officials also noted that Epstein maintained what was described as a digital library, which included an age verification prompt asking users whether they were at least 18 years old. The release follows earlier disclosures made in December, when files revealed federal prosecutors learned in 2020 that President Trump had flown on Epstein's private jet more frequently during the 1990s than previously known. Trump has not been accused of wrongdoing in connection with Epstein. With Friday's release, the Justice Department says its obligations under the Epstein Files Transparency Act are now complete, closing one chapter of a case that continues to raise questions, fuel debate, and draw public attention years after Epstein's death.